Hey Hotshots, Jess with Emotional Fire Academy here today to talk about how to change your entire life with one simple concept. Subscribe to my channel if you are someone who is ready to get epic results in your life, because that's what we teach here. I teach you tactical mindfulness. Welcome, I'm Jess. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Now, before I dive in, I do want to give a little announcement. If you are someone who wants to reclaim your power, because that's the simple concept. We're going to talk about power, how to take your power back. And that's really the key to all this. If you need assistance with this, if you need extra help, if you want to go deeper, if you sense that, wow, there's something in this and I really want to apply it in my life with, manageable, digestible steps handed to me, that's what I'm going to do in April. Our upcoming class. It's going to be a group experience. I'm not sure what the title is going to be. It might be Get Unstuck Boot Camp. It might be Quit Letting Emotions Bend You Over the Table. Let me know which of those titles you like best. But it's all about taking back your power, moving from a place of authenticity, deciding what you want in life and doing it, and not letting your circumstances bother you, not letting them affect you anymore, and being independent of them, establishing an inner authority. That's what we're going to learn, and we're going to have a group experience. It's coming out in April, so stay tuned. I'll put details in the description box when that comes out, so you can access it. So back to the topic. Everybody wants to rule the world. Tears for Fears had it right in the 80s. This is all about power. Power. There it is, power. My clients joke, it's my favorite word. It is my favorite word. Power. Power. This is about power. That's the one human need, is to have power over our experience of all of this, right? What we're thinking, feeling, seeing outside of ourselves, to have power over all of that. I really think that deep down is what we want, because when we don't have power, that's when we feel like crap. Right? When we're not getting our way, we feel like crap. We perceive that something is blocking us from joy, happiness, love, success. We don't feel good. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to get deeper into this now. So when you really understand power, you can then step into a place of complete empowerment. Because mindfulness, why do I teach mindfulness? Mindfulness is the ability to step outside of yourself, even if just briefly, and see what's happening. Because when we're the experiencer, when we're purely experiencing something and we're kind of in a lot of unconscious habits and actions and thoughts, it's what is going on a bigger picture level is invisible to us. We cannot, as the experiencer, see the bigger picture unless we step back and take the witness position, right? It's like having spinach in your teeth. You can't see the spinach in your teeth because you're experiencing the spinach in your teeth, right? To someone else who's outside of you, they can see it pretty easy. It's like it doesn't take any effort for them to see it. Same thing with these concepts. Tactical mindfulness, what I'm teaching you, teaches us to step out just for a second so we can maintain some degree of being a witness as well. We move from, this is where your life really changes, because you're assuming the power. You're going from, I'm purely experiencing life, I'm an effective life, I'm reacting to life, to maybe just a tiny part of me is that witness and can see what's happening and can give feedback to the experiencer and maintain more and more greater awareness. It's not correct English there. Can maintain greater awareness of my experience. And then my experience is going to change, right? Because I'm adding this element of maintaining awareness of part of me being a witness to it. And that is what makes all the difference. Staying in that power, claiming the power as a witness as much as we can do it. I'm human too. Sometimes I forget and the witness falls asleep and then the experiencer is just like, oh my God, I'm dying. And then the witness wakes up. The experiencer is like, wait a minute, someone else is here. Oh, the witness is like, here I am. I've been here the whole time. So that's the practice we have to do in life to get our power back, to change our life. To maintain power is to maintain some tiny bit of yourself, even if it's a tiny, tiny bit, or at least to incorporate your experiencer so much in this really deep, like, okay, this is an illusion, or there's somebody else here, the outside world's an illusion. Hold on. Go back to the witness. Or this feels bad. I know there's something else. You wake yourself up in the experiencer mode. You continually practice waking yourself up and stepping back into that powerful witness mode. So this will change your life. This will completely change your life. This is what's changed my life in so many ways. That's why if you don't have my stop, drop, and roll tool, that's the whole purpose of the stop, drop, and roll tool. Grab it below. It's free. I teach it to you for free. I teach you how to do this for free. And if you apply it in your life and do it, your life is going to start to change. So grab that below. Details are in the description box. Yeah. And then you start peeling back these layers of what's not you, the power. You start peeling back and fixing all the power leaks. You start, fixing them where you're giving away power. All this stuff, you're giving it away. You're giving away all your power and authenticity to all this garbage, mind trash. It's mind trash, really. You start cleaning it up, and then your mind, your experience, your feelings become a very calm, peaceful, manageable place. You can manage them. You actually manage them. So, how do we do this? Power. Where's the power? Where's the power, baby? All right, so let's just, I'm going to point out some areas where we leak power that we're not aware of. So if we're unconsciously experiencing these things, we're not even going to be aware of it. We have to have a witness. We're like, oh yeah, activate that witness. Oh, I am doing this, So we go back to the emotional fire triangle. Our emotional fire triangle is like our emotional positioning system. It's like a GPS. But I call it the EPS, your emotional positioning system. So wherever that scope is, I've called it a scope before, it's like a GPS. It literally is like, oh, here you are on the field of consciousness. Here you are, And so when we find ourselves in a certain place and our EPS is going off, woo, 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 I'm upset. Well, where are you? Look around the triangle, locate where you are, and then move. You have to move. When you're in the wrong part of town, you move, right? When you've gone to the wrong place, you move with a GPS. When you feel like crap in any way, this is from low level, annoyance, mild frustration to I'm enraged. You got to move your EPS, got to change something on the outside. So on the outside of the triangle, So let's go to attention. Where do we leak power with our attention? Because this is the physiology side of the triangle. Where do we leak power? And if some of these things aren't making sense, go back and watch some of my earlier videos because I go deeper into the emotional fire triangle. If you're like, what is this girl talking about? Go check those out. I'll link a playlist above. So on this side, our attention, our physiology, what is our attention? Part of the emotional positioning system. What are we doing with our body? And that distills down to more specifically, where is our attention going? To the media. Okay, so paying attention to the media. Ever notice how all the news is bad news? Because fear motivates people to either do things or not do things. So fear is their major marketing tactic for the media. So if you're buying into that, you're going to feel afraid. Case in point, COVID. How much fear did you feel? The media was fueling that. How much we pay attention to, and this is kind of, going into other people's thoughts and opinions. They're always other people's thoughts and opinions. They're always other people's thoughts and opinions. I don't care if they say, as soon as someone says the word science, we're going to talk about vocabulary. It's like, oh, this is true. You're primed to hear if science is in the sentence. You're like, oh, this is true. I accept it unconsciously. That's kind of what we do. I'm not saying science is totally bad. Science has been very helpful. It's moved us forward, but it's not the be all end all, It isn't. Sorry. Science is constantly reinventing itself. And the people that do the science are motivated by, a lot of human factors. So, the media, we give our attention to the media. We let them terrify us. We let them freak us out. We let them think we think the world is ending. When we take that power back, We're like, no, everything's cool. I'm cool. It's all good. I'm fine. I'm going to make it through this. Technology. When we put our attention technology, we're always on our phone. Where's our focus going? Like if you look at how many hours a day you spend in front of a screen versus how many hours a day you put towards your goals, dreams, and aspirations, like actually doing them, not just watching videos on how to do them. And this is case in point. If you watch this video and do nothing, this is the kind of technology attention sucking that happens that we're not even aware of, right? We get this little dopamine hit of, oh yeah, this is moving me closer to who I want to be, but then we don't actually change anything on the triangle. We don't move the triangle at all, and then we still feel stuck. Or we end up watching hours and hours and hours and hours of videos that tell us exactly how to change, but then we don't do them. I've been guilty of this stuff myself. I've been there. I'm not casting judgment. I've been there. And when I start to do that, I'm like, whoa, where's my power? I already have all the answers, Should do. What I should do. Oh, in my mind, I should do this. So I put my attention on things I should do. That's a power suck. Says who? What you should do. What you should do. What happens if you don't do that and you go do something else? What happens? Society, what society thinks I put my attention on, well, society isn't going to accept me. Well, society isn't going to do this. We have this nebulous concept of society's opinions, whatever. Society is a construct in our mind that we've created to keep us stuck and keep us small and keep us limited. Who cares what society thinks? It's all about you. You have all the power all the time. That's the illusion. You have all the power all the time. Your EPS, your emotional positioning system, is going to alert you. It's going to say, woo, woo, unhappy, sad, bad. It's going to feel bad in here. It's going to feel bad on your emotional positioning system, alerting you that there's a power leak somewhere out here. There's a power leak. Fix it, move it, shift the triangle. Protection. Anything that we perceive coming into our environment that threatens us, we will fixate on. We will automatically fixate on it and say, I have to protect myself from this. And we go into protective mode, right? We stop, we pull back, we become small, we huddle, we shelter in place. Anything we are ultimately protecting ourselves from is victimizing us on very subtle levels, right? Because we're assuming that we could be hurt, right? The belief there inherent in protecting ourselves is that we could be hurt. So, what are you protecting yourself from right now? What are you protecting yourself from? What are you backing down from because you feel you need to be safe? Examine that. That's a power leak because you have all the power all the time. You decide you're not going to be hurt. That becomes the truth, right? People get shot, think about the two women that got shot directly in the face. One was a politician. I can't remember their names right now. The other was an Arabic young lady that she got shot in the face too. And they're like, no, I'm going to live. Not today, death. I'm going to live. Like, seriously. Like, really. That, you may laugh at this, but when you take that kind of power back and say, this isn't stopping me, this isn't stopping me. This is where we move into these superhuman abilities and it's about, I am safe all the time. I am 100% in power all the time. And if I decide I'm not dying today, that's my decision. That is my decision. And I will shape the effects of life, 3D reality. I will shape that with that firmness. If I really, really, with all of my heart, soul, body, mind, all on board of we're not dying today, I really believe that is the force that, can change realities, can change outcomes. Okay, let's go down to our beliefs. Our conditioning is at the bottom of the triangle. Habits of identity. What identities have you adopted in order to get people's approval, right? Get people's approval, mom and dad's approval, society's approval. that you don't really want to be, but you're doing it anyway because you think you need this approval. What happens if you take that power back and be who you want to be? Good question. Opinions of authority. How sad is it that you can go to a doctor and the doctor says, oh, you're going to die in 6 months, and then the majority of people will do that. Same thing with one word. The words of someone else will kill you if you allow them to, because you've put this person on a pedestal and they know best. Do they really know best? Can they really predict with that kind of accuracy? No. Don't give them that power. That's a power leak. Sorry, take that back. Take that back. You can be like, respectfully, okay, that's cool. That's your opinion. I'm going to go, live instead. I'm going to go do my own thing. I'm going to go feel healthy and whole despite what you may think of my future. Beliefs about time, space, on subtler and subtler levels, even time and space, many people are, myself included, in years past, have let time terrorize me. I've let time terrorize who I am. Like, oh, time. Gosh, I gotta hurry up. Oh my God, I got 5 minutes left. Oh my, no. Our perception of time is entirely self-created. So we have power on, and this is again where it gets into kind of metaphysical, and you can write it off, but ultimately, you have this power available to you, whether you choose not to take it or choose to take it. It's totally up to you. You can say to time, I'm going to be done with this at exactly 9 o'clock, and then you don't check the clock again. You tell time what's happening. And you'll find, and when you experiment with this, you're going to find that you will become less and less time dependent and more able to extract time from a lot of your beliefs. We add time in it, and time creates a sense of urgency, right? I have to do this now. Or if this amount of time has passed, that means X, Y, Z. That doesn't know. Take time out of your equations. Take time out of your belief systems. Remove time, because it puts this extra pressure on you, or become in charge of time in a totally different way. Start to bend time, start to compress and expand time. Start to tell yourself, I'm going to make this moment last forever, and see if you can. See if you can extend that feeling of being timeless and playing with your perception of time. Same thing with space. Same thing. Distance. Playing with perceptual distance. Instead of, this is a big part of living in the end when we're creating realities and outcomes, is closing the gap between something that we think is outside of us and far away and long gone, time and distance. We have this concept of it, a time and space of this thing that we want. That's not true. We have all the power all the time. Our desires are already part of us. And closing that gap and being like, it's already here. It's already one with me. What is it? Money, the perfect love that I crave, my perfect job, exactly what I want to be doing. It's all already inside of here. We just need to step into it, step into that empowerment, and act from a place of having that. Embody it, right? When we embody wealth, we become wealthy. We embody love, we become loving and loved. When we embody these things, we just claim them here and now, despite what's happening. Wow. Game changer. Yeah, it's kind of breaking your codependency with 3D reality, allowing 3D reality to dictate how you feel, or saying, I feel this way because 3D reality is telling me to do that. This is going to be a longer video. Sorry. I'm teaching you how to change your life right now for free. So really dig into this. Keep going. We have one more side. Language. Your inner critic. Do you let your inner critic just talk and talk and talk and talk down to you and call you mean things and, just ramble on? Whose voice is that? That's not your voice. Guess what? It wasn't your voice. You weren't born with that voice. We developed that voice from the outside in, and we let it kind of terrorize us. We let it run unchecked. You have the power. Again, you have all the power all the time. You can be like, nope. Shh, stop, firmly, stop. It's not what I'm thinking. and you take control of your thoughts. You take back control of your thoughts. You're like, I don't believe that. I am not accepting that language. And then you think better thought. You consciously think better thoughts and you make it a habit. And then those better thoughts will run on autopilot, right? Your inner critic is running on an autopilot and you just need to take control of it for a while, reprogram it, and then put it back on autopilot. So many of these things are running on autopilot that you need to take that conscious awareness, that witness position, to reprogram them, and then you can put them back onto autopilot. Advice of other people. Everybody's got an opinion on everything. Even if you are like, I don't necessarily agree with that, you'll find that other people's advice and opinions slowly start to infiltrate, right? Because if they come from someone that is meaningful to us, it's going to activate that belief of, I really value this person's opinion. And those words will slowly start to seep into your consciousness. And you'll be like, maybe I do think this. So be careful about the advice of others, the opinions of others, because, what do you really think in your heart? What do you really think in your heart? Like that is the ultimate person you should be listening to. The ultimate thing to listen to is your heart. Certain thoughts. People will be terrorized by their thoughts. A lot of my comments on my channel, you can look at them and see the people's thoughts that they've written down, that they're maybe even writing unconsciously, that are very victimized. The thoughts of and I point them out a lot of the times, because they can't see them. They can't see them. They're just the experiencer. They have to step into the witness position and say, whoa. Yes, I see what I wrote, and I see how that could keep me trapped or stuck or unhappy. It's very obvious to me as an outsider, as someone outside, but, your thoughts, you don't have to believe your thoughts. If a thought comes up and it makes you feel bad, again, that's your EPS going off, woo, that's a sign to either throw that thought out the window and be like, nope. We're not doing that. We're not believing that. We're not going there. That's you get immediate feedback from your EPS. If you have a thought that is painful or hurts you or causes you sadness or grief or despair or anxiety, stop thinking that thought. Stop it. Do not allow that thought in your head. You have all the power all the time. Lastly, vocabulary. Even a single word can send us into an unconscious reaction, right? I bet there's someone from your past that if I said their full name, their first and last name, you would instantly have a reaction. You may have just spontaneously thought of someone. See, that's how easily primed we are in your head and thought, oh God, I don't want to think about that person. Because it instantly opens its floodgates and that's just from a word. That's from a couple of sounds coming out of my mouth hole that will instantly throw you into the state of being of memories and drama and, whoa. So you don't think words have power? Oh, they do, my friend. They do. They do, because we've conditioned ourselves to give them that power. So these are all power leaks that I just urge you to be aware of, just have awareness of them. And then, we can ask ourselves when we feel bad, when our EPS starts to sound, ooh, I feel bad, anxious. I feel nasty, bad in here. Bad, ouch, ouch. EPS gives us an ouch sign. Say, where's the power leak? Where's the power leak? What am I giving power to? And then fix it. Well, how do I fix it? You fix it. You know what to do. How do what are you perceiving as that the power's outside of you? Well, I lost my job. Great. It's more time to work on the things you actually want to work on. My boyfriend left me. Great. It's more time to work on you and to figure out what you actually want. Oh, well, my world is burning down, or whatever the thing is that you're giving your power to. There's a gift. There's a gift in it that you can reclaim that power through the learning, through the gift, through whatever the situation is presenting you. Because no situation is purely 100% good or 100% bad, right? They all have pros and cons. So embrace the gift, take your power back, say all right, I can emotionally regulate myself. I don't need this situation to change. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. Take your power back. Claim that power, develop that inner authority, and I guarantee you your life will change. So, thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought. Drop a comment below. I'm excited to hear your thoughts. I respond to the majority of them. So, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.